Hey gardeners, before we get going, I'd like to do a little recital. Here's a little sonnet me mum would tell me before I went into the sleep chamber. And it goes like this. Zafur and Zip went on a trip. And a trip they went to see the Sith. And a Sith they wanted to see.
What? What does that have to do with anything?
Don't worry about it. I'm the one that needs to know. Ha! Anyway, you're more enlightened than you were when you tuned in. Oh, what a way to start. Too much coffee. What a way to start today, huh? Well, but baby, here's back to what's really happening for today. Well, just when I thought that I was through and I had heard everything that I needed to hear, that psychedelic black hole pulled me back in. So, today's boatload of vibes from Planet Tripstoria contains a smidge of gravity-defying tunes and even some very low-impact pastoral folk psych. But all psych, all day, baby. Our first wave of vibratronics comes by way of a 1967 band, and it started out as Neon Pearl. Now, we talked about these guys before. There's Neon Pearl's album, and this was some time ago we talked about them. It's a three-piece banger from back in the day. Okay, enough of that. So, then that band split, and through numerous manifestational changes, the group Please came about. They sprang out of Germania in, let's see, well, wait a minute, now let's backtrack a little bit. They sprang out with a cat named Peter Dutton after he had left the band called The Flies, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I played one of their big hits some time ago. Now, when the Flies had imploded, he then went, and started up Please in 1968. Well, let's just stop all this chitter chatter and hear No More White Horses. It's a demo, and it's from the Compilatione Please 68 and 69. Okay, so take the last exit on the left and go, baby! one is breaking my mind. It ain't Mozart, but these guys click. So, this is one of many comps that came out. This is the first one that came out. I recently saw, it was Cosmic Brian brought out one, and he gave them a big breakdown. And yeah, there was lots of bands after these guys did their short stint, and prior to, as we talked. But it's a good record. Let's talk a little. Well, this one is the Gerson record. Gerson. It's actually pretty good quality vinyl. I like these guys. They sell good product. You know what you got here is a major blendorama of certainly there's prog, and there's also a psych wonderland, and let's see. The background jargon is getting it. Just punch the table. See how that works? Oh! Well, we're going to stop for a minute, and we'll be right back. Okay, there you go. Sorry about that. Chet Baker was getting stuck on a note. Anyway, getting back to our escapades for today. Oh, we're all over the map, baby. Mentally, physically, and musically. Okay, so what I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by Chet, it's a blendorama, blah 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 blah, of prog and psych. It's a nice smash up there. I like that tune a lot. You know, some tunes on this particular LP, they wander down the what the Huda road, but they managed to come out on the other side, and no time was wasted. I think there's fun stuff going on here. It's a cool LP, and you know it's all progressive. At that point in England, you know that the English were getting more away from the psychedelic stuff and more into that early continuated music called prog, and then of course the blues thing hit, but then prog really went bonkers. Anyway, did I hear someone say whack-o-smacko? Hello?
Hello?
Wacko-smacko?
Sure.
Okay, there you go. Somebody said it. Well, okay. Let's on to this next British opiated mind lock called Tintern Alley. Tintern Alley is this real famous building over in England, and it's called Tintern Alley. There you go. Ah, okay. A little bit of history too. See, I know geography. I know a little bit of everything. Mostly a little. Anyway, emerging out of multiple R&B bands. Hey, no surprises there. And a lead singer who was chasing a sugary pop career. The boys managed to overcome all of these roadblocks and form Tintern Abbey. And that was by 1966. So I'm gonna scorch your drawers with the B-side of their first 45, and it's called Vacuum Cleaner, and it was released in 1967. Now this is a double comp LP that it came from, and it's mostly demos, and the record's called The B-Sides. Okay, dig these crazy cats, and they're swinging that furry, fuzzy sledgehammer guitar. Yeah, baby.
Don't you know I need it all the time? Fix me up a little sweetness, not feeling like I got it all the time. Now my head is really spinning. Maybe now I should someone to help me, I swear. It won't turn. Look it up the hill and tell me now, girl. Don't you know I need it all the time? So I'm with you. goes. Whoa, 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 all the
Ow, whew! Man, I dig how that guitar comes at you head on out of nowheres. We're gonna look at this. Whoa! Hey, about that! There's the record. See how well I take care of my stuff. There's this. A little bit up. And then we're gonna do the gatefold. See if another record falls out. Which is kind of cool. And then the back. Ooh, in the back. Everybody loves the back. Back door. Out to the exit. What are you going? I don't know. There is an inserto of informatione, but guess what? I ain't got it. So anyway, and what's the label? The label is Real Gone Music, baby. Hey. And I'm really gone. Anyway, let's okay. All right, let's just talk about that tune. That particular tune has about, wow, man, they wrote this song and it's about having a roommate of the band, because they were all living in a communal clubhouse somewhere in London, and they got word that they might get busted. So they called the roommate up on the telephono, and they told him, sweep up the apartment before the bobbies drop by and bust the whole bunch of us. Woo! And he did. There goes, ergo, vacuum cleaner. Crazy, man. Crazy. I'm digging that. This double LP is made up of 45s and demos. And, you know, they never got around to creating a whole LP. But this works for me. You know, it actually blows the doors off of some who did full LPs. I mean, let's face it. It's nice. You know, these Brits never cease to slam my fingers in the door. Ow! A lot different to what the Colonials were doing, but still an adventure to behold. I'm digging it. So, now, let's see, what was I going to say? Oh, I don't remember. See, this is the problem when you get too much space drift and you start and then all of a sudden, hey, somebody pulled up the bridge and I just wound up in the drink. Anyway, moving on. Let's try some subliminal for a second or two of folk psych. Now, I love folk psych. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. Back there. Bing, 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 bing. Let's run that back. What? What? Tim Trinali? Enio told me about these cats. I kind of heard a bit about them, but then Enio turned me on to them, and said that his capacity to pick up I guess the CDs came out, and boy, I said, well, if that's been released, maybe they'll release something else, and bingo, bango, bongo, there you have it. Moving on, forward 30 seconds of wasted time. Ow! So, this record is all over the road. It's got a mixture of, well, obviously folk and psych, but there's jazz, and you know, even sometimes these cats put like a Zappa twist with an avant-garde take on orchestrated strings. Go figure. No, really, I mean, it's happening. What this is a duo of a guy named Chuck Hollins and David Starr. let's grab a handful of notes called Talking to Myself. Boy, can I relate to that. What? Shut up! So, be like the old goat. Grab a stick of incense, dim the lights, and groove.
Yes, I know that yesterday was great, and today could be quite the same. But the loneliness I'm guessing will show you that you have yourself to blame. There is nothing to be waiting for. There is nothing but a golden door, and you are really quite free. Yes, I know the problems that you face are slowly lacing up your mind. And to lies in one hand clapping into it, and you've nothing else to find. It may seem like a lazy way, but God has given you a lazy day, and you are really quite free. You have your body to steer with, and all you have to deal with is the simplicity of freedom.
Dope! My illustrious camera lady, Miss Nancy, wanted me to make a correction, and I will do it. It had to do with the previous band, Tin Turn Abbey. I said Turn Alley, but I didn't. I did.
Yes,
but,
you did.
All right, I did. Okay, so anyway, it's a faux pas on my part. Anyway, moving along. Man, talk about pastoral images. Sheep and grass and lots of periwinkle and me dancing through it. These cats are from Chicago in 1970. Let's look at the record. I didn't even take the hype sticker off yet. I hate, a lot of vinyl community they keep the stuff in the saran wrap there, and, there's nothing on the back, so I ain't gonna waste my time with that. There's the two guys. In Chicago? Whoa, I thought there was only blues in Chicago. Boy, was I in for a trickster. Anyway, there's a really cool insert, which I can't get out, but it gives a good breakdown of what they were up to and why they did this, and this is the only thing they ever did, and I like it, and it's cool. So, we are, the LP, I should say, the LP is called A Sideways Talking.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's called Sideways Talking.
It's called Sidewalks Talking.
That too. I'm just having lots of corrections today from people in the know. Yeah, I get behind the counter, well, the camera, and all of a sudden, hey, I run this show, don't you kid yourself. Anyway, let's put it this way, and I like this. These folk oral astronauts, they make those particular grooves on this record turn the notes into temptational sonic scenes. Of all the stylizations jammed together, they pull this off. It makes for an adventurous mind warp for a calmed out trip. So just slow it down and smell the periwinkle along with the other herbs when you're out there laying on a blanket staring up at the sky. Not the sun, you'll burn your retina. Anyway, because this is a happening LP, baby, I like it. It never really gets out of second gear, so it's really a nice change of pace. I kind of like that. And, I like folk psych. And when it doesn't get too twippy, I sound like I'm a flood. It's good. I like it a lot. It's something that I put on every once in a while because sometimes I need to calm down and slow it way down. Okay, our last chance at euphoria today is once again a Brit psychotronic blowout from London. Oh, is Chet done?
Yes.
Chat's done. Oh, can I get the DJ to give us some background again? Just press that button. You know which one to press.
This one?
Oh, that's the button, baby. Yeah, okay, come on. We want some more Chet Baker. Somewhere in there. Well, they'll catch up to our talking. Anyway, at our little party today, which is crazy time, these guys came out of London in 1963, and they were called the Sidekicks. Then in 65, they were called the Keys. And guess what? In 66, we wind up with Kaleidoscope. Woo! Ho! I mean, we're talking about a whole lot of freak beat before going full-on psych. So, this sample is from their second LP called Faintly Blowing. I'm spinning a cut called Music. So pour yourself a cup of tea and eat a brownie crumpet. Hopefully, if you touch down, we can compare notes. Am I back? I know I was somewhere in that last little interlude. Hey, ho, there you go, gardeners. Mist on a dark, thick forest with elves and trolls tripping round the wizard's bungalow. Ooh. Let's look at the cover. This is a really great cover. I like this a lot. They are out in the misty woods, and it goes. It's a continuation. It's like a mural. Ooh, you know. Now, here comes the fun part. Read that crap without a magnifying glass. I mean, who puts that background and that stuff in there and then puts that tiny, tiny printing on there? I don't know. I have yet to be able to not have too much eye strain to read it. But there is, once again, there's an insert for this, which, I don't know where it's at. It's at the house somewhere. Anyway, let's say this before we jump in. Now, I know everybody is all about getting the first album by these guys, you know, but I can't afford that, and I ain't spending that kind of money on nothing. I know there's reissues out there, but those are even kind of pricey, because what happens is, you know, some young entrepreneurial doesn't know what's on the vinyl. He buys it up, and then he puts it out on the internet, and it's lots of rubles, so forget it. Someday, but not right now. Anyway, let's get back to that thing. You know, that is England and Psych. That really sums it up. Excuse me. Oh, a little verklempt there. You know, it's the English Psych, which we know about already, is that it's all, the lyrics usually roam around the fire, the campfire, that, you know, fairy tales with elves and stuff. And that's what Sid was doing, you know, Sid Barrett. He was pulling stuff from that. I can't remember the book that he really liked the most. I've read it. It's a fairy tale book. And it's really cool. It's about animals. There's a rabbit and a fox and some other stuff that they're roaming around and they're going somewhere out. Maybe they went to see the Sith. That's what's up. Anyway, I like that stuff. I really do. You know, this psych, the British psych, you know, like we talked about before, it's so different as opposed to the more in-your-face kind of American psych. You know, but you can really fall into a different groove with this stuff. You know, dig it? And I know you do, because gardeners out there are with it, baby. I mean, I'm just bringing you these little samplers, but you can dig all of it and where it comes from anyway, because you're a smart bunch. And you're good. And, you know, darn it, I'm a good person too. Woohoo! Maybe. I don't know. How? So, that kind of sums up today. Actually, what sums up today is chaos. Yeah, Chaos. I think there's a band called Chaos. But anyway, there's a vinyl guy that is Chaos. Woo! So, anyway, we're going to close our journey today. Oh, did I say journey? I'm talking about the show, not the band. Woo! We're going to end today with our ever fantastical bumper track, plural, with the sublime tone, texturing. Today's been a tough one. I got to get out of here. By the Marimba Band featuring Check. See? Can't get out of that right. Chet Baker, trumpet extraordinaire. From 1966, man, it's crazy, so cool. It's Martini music, you know. He's doing some really far out covers here. Wow, offset there. Here we go. There we are. It's on the World Music label, which was the World Pacific label, I might say. I'm correcting myself before somebody else does it. That was a recording outfit out of LA, and that's where Ravi Shankar came from, and he did 90% of his stuff on there. This is really good. If you get into his earlier stuff, he was big in the 50s. Anyway, so much for that. Before we go, I just want to say, make sure that you dial into our co-pilot's little episode that I threw out there for you to listen to. Eni has been getting a lot of hits. I'm loving it, and you're saying really nice things about him, and he deserves it all. Anyway, there's more to come. So, let's just say this, and then I'll say that. I want you all to take care of yourselves. It's, you know, every day's a new adventure in life. You know, you get out of bed, you put your drawers on either frontwards or backwards, but you get out the door, you do your thing, and you make it a little bit better place. Even if it only is that much, it's that much better for everybody. You know I love you. You know, if you want to get in touch, the email shows up at the end of the show. Drop me a line, throw a rock through the window. No, don't throw a rock through the window. But let me know what's going on, because I love to hear from you. I love the subscribers, and I love when you're hitting on the show. Thank you so much. It's greatly appreciated. It helps put food on my table. No, it doesn't. I don't get anything for this except therapy. You can see today I need therapy. Anyway, until the twain shall meet, remember, we are all one, and I love you. Peace, please.